Hi everyone, it's Rain here. Welcome to Rain's Kitchen and Garden. I'm out in my little garden today and I wanted to share something with you. This is part of my Frugal video series where I share frugal tips so that we can all save money. So I was outside the other day and I noticed some action going on in my asparagus bed. I planted my asparagus roots in this bed in the fall of 2020. Asparagus is probably one of the most frugal crops that you can plant, assuming that you love to eat asparagus. These plants can last from 15 to 30 years and they produce asparagus every spring. Talk about a long-term investment. I do have a video on how to plant asparagus and I'll link that in the cards above and in the description below as well. Basically, you plant the roots in the fall. They need to overwinter in order to start growing the next year. You don't touch them for 2 seasons. You let them grow and you cut them down in the fall. And in the 3rd year, you can start harvesting about half the asparagus that pops up and you leave the other half to grow to seed. From the 4th year on, it's like an asparagus party. The amount of asparagus that I get from this raised bed is more than I can eat every spring. I really love asparagus, but especially in the spring when it's really fresh. I don't like to freeze it because I don't like the consistency of it when it defrosts. So I try to use it all up when I have it popping up out of the raised bed. And I usually make asparagus soup out of it. And I have a video that I can show you and I'll link that in the cards above and in the description below. Another way that I really like to eat asparagus is I steam it and I put a little bit of butter and some salt on it and it's so good. So I just wanted to share with you today that I've already got asparagus popping up and it's really producing a lot already. And while I'm here, I just wanted to show you another raised bed. This raised bed here was always reserved for my garlic. Every fall I planted garlic. And again, it overwintered and I could start harvesting it the following early fall. Well, last year I decided to try spring garlic. And according to the instructions on the package of garlic bulbs, you plant them in the spring and you can harvest them that same year in autumn. Well, autumn came and went last year and I had nothing growing in that bed. I was very perplexed. So I planted my little saplings in the bed to overwinter them so that they wouldn't freeze in their little pots. And lo and behold, look at what's happening. I have garlic growing. I suspect that maybe the company where I bought the garlic, maybe they sent me fall garlic by mistake. That would make sense as to why the spring garlic didn't grow at all. Whatever the case may be, I am thrilled because I will have a little bit of garlic that I can harvest at the end of the summer. I've really scaled down my gardening this year. Mainly because of my broken finger. What can you do? But it's also going to give me a little bit of time to reassess which crops I want to grow. There's no point in me growing onions anymore because I've discovered that I really can't eat them anymore. I can't digest them. So I'm scaling down the garden, not doing much, and I'm just going to let whatever's growing grow, and I'm going to reassess, and I'm going to take next winter to decide if I want to continue with a bigger garden or if I want to just stick to small crops or not. But until then, I'm super happy that I have asparagus to eat now in the spring, and I'm going to have garlic to harvest and make garlic oil in the fall. And I have a video on how to make garlic oil. Again, I'll link that upstairs in the cards and below in the description. Thank you so much for watching today, my friends. I'll see you next time on Rain's Kitchen and Garden. Take care. Bye.